football. We're here to talk must-draft running backs.
All in. To lead it off, we're going to go with that pack of running backs. At the end of the first round, they're going about picks, the 8th pick through the 1st or 2nd pick in that 2nd round. We're talking about Melvin Gordon, talking about Fournette, Kareem Hunt, and Dalvin Cook. And of all those 4 guys, if you got your pick of those 4 guys, I think I am all in on the Leonard Fournette. What do you think?
I agree. This guy's lost 15 pounds back to LSU weight. This guy came onto the scene. I think he only got better in terms of offensive line around him. They brought in arguably the best guard in the league. So this is a guy that, I mean, ceiling's the limit. This guy is going to be the workhorse. He's going to catch 50, 60 balls on top of it. We're not saying to not draft these other guys. We're simply saying if you're stuck between these 4 guys, they're all available. I think Fournette's the guy to own out of those 4.
Yeah, because you're thinking Hopkins is gone, you're thinking Antonio Brown is gone, so you're thinking you can get your running back here at the end of the first.
Or even 2. If you're talking, you're drafting at the 11 or 12. I'm not even thinking receiver. If you can get 2 of those 4 guys.
Oh, that's sexy deluxe. If you can get 2 of those 4 guys, all in. But if you can't, you feel like you can sew it up with the Fournette, then you get yourself a Michael Thomas, a Julio Jones, maybe a Keenan Allen or Devontae Adams there after the turn. But I just think, Kareem Hunt with his new quarterback situation coming in, and another thing, I know Spencer Ware probably isn't going to do much, but I'll be fucking damned. I'll be goddamned if I sit there and watch my first round draft pick get fucked over by a guy like Spencer Ware. I am not all in on that. Fournette ain't going to get fucked over by no fucking Spencer Wares. Dalvin Cook, sample size is just too small to take over a guy like Leonard Fournette. And I do like Melvin Gordon, but I just think that Leonard Fournette
concerns.
Yeah, Fournette's got a little bit of those injury. But I think the talent of Fournette is just a lot higher than a Melvin Gordon overall. So I think the ceiling is there on the Fournette over Gordon. So I'm thinking about going Fournette over those other 3 guys there at the tail end of the first round. And another running back we're looking at going after some sexy Rexy Burkhead, who's been going in the mid-7th, but since this Sony Michel knee situation has been holding
I've seen him in the 6th all the way up to the 5th.
Yeah.
Michel has slid down from 4th to down to the 6th. So we're talking both guys currently getting drafted in the 6th round. Michel still, his average draft position is above Rex Burkhead.
How is that even possible? We're talking about a fucking rookie running back. We're talking about a rookie running back that's going to miss basically all of training camp. So you're saying there's no way.
We're talking it's a Belichick team.
Yeah. So this guy's going to have to be known his pass blocking responsibilities without being involved in any training camp whatsoever. And you're talking about Tom Brady getting left out to hang because this guy doesn't know how to fucking pass blocking responsibility.
He already
no way. No chance in hell.
Already has the problems holding on to the ball. Rex Burkhead knows the system. Last year, before the season, there's talk that I think he's the highest paid New England running back in the last 6 years or something like that.
Rex Burkhead is kind of making a little bit of paper as far as fucking, New England skill positions go. They kind of like to keep him, they don't fucking fuck around with anybody. They let everybody go, but the Gronk and everybody's gone the way. You want to get paid, we'll get the fuck out of town. We're talking about looking at a guy like Rex Burkhead, looking at it a little bit further. He had 5 games where he touched the ball 10 or more times. He never touched the ball over 15 times, but in those 5 games where he touched the ball 10 or more times, we're talking about 15 PPR points or higher. He had 15.3, 20.3, 19.3, 25.3, and 16.3. Motherfucker loves the .3s. But we're talking about a guy who every time he touched the ball, he had 15 points higher. I'm thinking if he can stay healthy and on the field, this guy's going to have a lot more than 5 games in which he touches that ball 10 or more times. So if that is the case, I think it's all in. I know he's going about mid-6 now, but all in solid RB2 production out of that mid-6th round. I'm feeling it.
I love it. I really do. Talk about another guy who's competing with the rookie running back. Rashad Penny is currently getting drafted in the 4th round. Chris Carson of the Saints is taking all the first-team reps, looking like a Week 1 starter, is getting drafted in the 11th round. So how do you not draft Chris Carson over a guy like Rashad Penny?
And that is absolutely no respect. I know Penny might eventually steal the job, but maybe he doesn't. I mean, the locker room last year.
If he's held him off this long, Chris Carson, they had a bad offensive line. He averaged about 4.5 yards a carry. He didn't get in the end zone but he just looked like another guy out there at the running back position for this offense.
I mean, after, they brought in Eddie Lacy, he looked like a fucking pile of cocks out there. And the fucking, the locker room got behind Chris Carson. They got him in that starting lineup, and he did good work with it until he got seriously injured and missed the rest of the season. But he is running with the ones right now. I think Chris Carson is the type of guy who is super hungry to prove his worth out there. And in this average draft position, even if it doesn't fucking pan out for
what
you,
do you lose?
You're not losing. It's fine.
Yeah, dehumidifier.
Dehumidifier's full over there.
It's about to blow.
Dude, that fish tank pump. I fucking have to empty that shit like once a day over there, and that's like a 5-liter gig. I mean, you gotta keep it going with that large ass fish tank behind you. You gotta keep it going. All right, while we're off the subject, fucking go and crank into the listener league. We got another 12-team listener league, full point PPR going out there. We got the normal shit. The only weird shit we have is, instead of 4 points for passing touchdown, we're going the 6.
And it's every 20 yards for the pass.
I think there's one bonus. I think if you get your running back gets 150 yards rushing, he gets 5 bonus points out there. But full point PPR, defense 1 sacks, 2-point turnovers, 10-point shutouts, 5 points, 2 touchdowns or less. Things like that. If you are interested, leave your name in email below or email us at tankersfantasyfootball@gmail.com. We will send you the link and get your ass in there for the listener league this season.
What do you think about a guy in Ty Montgomery?
Ty Montgomery?
We're talking 9th round, 10th round, Ty Montgomery. I think this is a total by committee, and I don't think that's a bad thing because Montgomery was looking like, running back 1 before his injury. And if this is truly a committee, he's going to be the passing back, and he's going to get all that PPR love.
I think, especially with when Aaron Jones is sidelined, I think Jamal Williams is more of that plotter kind of guy. So I think we're going to see a lot more of Ty Montgomery, especially in, hurry-up offense, 2-minute, 4-minute drill types of situations. And if that's the case, he could be doing a fuck ton of eating out there at the end of these halves. And we could be looking at, 5,
if you're talking only the halves, that can make your PPR rounds. If we're talking this guy gets 3 dump-offs for 30 yards, that's 6 points easy. We're talking each half, we're talking 12 points, maybe finds a way in the end zone.
50 seconds left, Aaron Rodgers into the second quarter. You can't tell me you can't dump it off 2 or 3 times to Ty Montgomery for 20 or 30 yards on that final drive to get you an extra 5 or 6 fantasy points right before the half. I mean, you're out of your mind because
you're talking an extra 10 PPR points easy just in garbage time between what could happen if he's the PPR back to own here.
All right. What we got?
I want to talk 2 guys here.
2 guys.
I think, for me, I was originally talking, Nyheim Hines in Indianapolis, but the more Jordan Wilkins tape that I watch, the more I like this guy. I see a lot of Matt Forte out of Wilkins. Like, he is not anything overly flashy, but, he did run solid, I think 4.5, 40. Does everything well. He can pass block. He can stay on the field on 3rd downs. This is a guy I think is just very solid. And I know Nyheim Hines has that straight line speed that can just burn you. But I think both of these could be a Kamara pick this year.
Yeah, those guys going that double-digit round, nobody really saw coming, buried on a depth chart. But on a team that hasn't really produced really sexy running backs thus far, coming into last year, I know Mark Ingram also did it sexy for you last year, but before that, the Saints were kind of a muttering shithole for running backs for years upon years. Drew Brees was throwing for 5,000 yards, and the running backs weren't really doing anything. We're talking about Pierre Thomas. Who was the other guys that were just kind of like muddling bums out there for the Saints for the last several years?
Was Spiller in there for a little bit?
Yeah, Spiller, I don't think he really did dick off. Spiller faded the black. He had that 1 year for the Bills, and they did absolutely nothing. One of the biggest first-round busts of all time in fantasy football. Yeah, so we're talking about the Colts, kind of a black hole for running back situations. I think Marlon Mack is in nothing special, 3.8 yards to carry last year.
Especially when we're talking about like a 6th round price tag for him.
I think one of these rookies is going to steal the show.
He's the 3rd best running back on this offense.
They're going, 12th, 13th round for both of these guys?
Yeah, I've seen them go in the 11th, maybe even the 10th, but you can get them double-digit easy. And I think if you're just saying, you know what, they're going about the same range, I'm just going to take the guy who goes later. I can't really choose between the two. For me, maybe right now I'm leaning more Wilkins, but I was a big Hines believer even as a couple days ago. So I think it's just a toss-up, and it's a total crapshoot which guy can hit.
Yeah, another rookie you can get an absolute steal on down in Miami. You're talking about Kalen Ballage, and I think, I mean, this guy is bigger than...
This guy's an athletic freak.
Yeah, he is much bigger than Kenyon Drake, and, I mean, he might even be faster, though, too. He is crazy. I don't think Frank Gore...
He had an 8-touchdown game in college.
Yeah,
Look it up.
Insanity. Frank Gore, I think he's just on his last legs. He's gone down there to Miami to die. He's retired.
Did you see that he put Cameron Drake and Gore both listed as the starters?
Kenyon Drake and Gore,
The co-starters.
That's just to make Gore feel good about himself, I think.
I don't think Gore has anything
But another running back you can just get for cheapest balls out there instead of drafting the backup D or the backup kicker. You go out there and get yourself some
like
Ballage.
15th round.
Yeah, and get yourself some Kalen Ballage.
He might be better than the depth chart, but if we're talking talent, besides that 8-touchdown game in college, I think he really underperformed. This is a guy who could be a better pro than a better college player.
Yeah, kind of like a Aaron Foster or something.
He could.
Coming out of nowhere, you know, muddling in the muck down in Tennessee. The next thing you know, he's the #1 fucking running back. How'd that shit happen?
Yeah, currently he's getting drafted in the 8th pick of the 14th round for his average draft position. Alright.
Alright. About wraps her up for the must-own running backs, isn't it?
Good enough for me.
All in, baby. If you like the cut of our jib, give us subscribe, share, comment, like, all that other shit, whatever you want to do. Give us some. We're on the tune.
Once again,
baby.
Email us, tankisfantasyfootball@gmail.com if you want in that listener league. If there's even still spots available, baby. They're going like hotcakes.
We got people messaging me a couple months ago about when we're gonna start that shit up. I told them we were gonna wait a little bit. You know, you start too early, motherfuckers forget. The next thing you know, you got 2 dudes that didn't even show up to the draft. And we are trying our best to avoid that situation this season.
Alright, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe below, leave a comment, like, all that good stuff. We'll see you next time.
Got some more guys you think are must-own running backs. Let us know, baby. Let us know.
Tariq Cohen.
Tariq Cohen, I'm fucking down. I'm down. You look, his yards per catch was a little fucky though.
I'm not feeling too bad about it.
Nah,
we're talking 70 catches, I think.
He might be whispers of shit winds out there. It's blowing, baby.
Alright. See you later.
Blowing. Cheeseburger. Greasy.